Peace and blessings to you, kings and queens, on this fabulous Friday. I have a question for you. Who are you? Who are you? Not the you that pretend to be when you're around other people. You know, not the trailer you, not the mask you, not the, you know, I'm going to say this and when you are around like-minded people, people that speak in your language and they know more than you, or just probably about the same as you know, and then they start speaking your language and you like, man, I've been all this time, I've been saying this, all this time I've been doing this, and I've been thinking I've, you know, been in error, and you know, sometimes you a person to where you speak your mind, but at the same time you respectful, but you speak your mind and you being your authentic self. And so when you around other people and they're trailers or they fake, they're gonna take it as you being too rough or you da 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 da. No, it's not that. It's just that people are so used to being themselves, which is maybe fake, or you know, they pretend to be something that they're not just to be around certain people, or they talk a certain way. Have you ever noticed that? And it's good to speak proper English when you're taking care of business, but have you ever noticed that a lot of times when people are talking on the phone and they may get on there and the way I'm talking now, and I get on, I say, hello, how you doing? That's not my voice, okay? But at the same time, I'm fitting into whatever system that I'm connected to at that time. And that's still, you're not being yourself. You're not being yourself. And so a lot of times people will have a problem with you when you are a person that you are self-aware, that you love yourself, and that you speak your mind. Part 2 is coming. Stay tuned. Your girl will be right on back. Let me say this. If you have to shrink just to be around the people that you're around because they are not being their authentic self, and they believe in having a certain character, a certain personality trait, or whatever they got going on, that ain't your business nor your problem, okay? When you start to shrink for other people and just to fit in a certain cliques and clubs, and you got to know that's not for you. That's the wrong company, okay? It was a time in Rhonda's life back then when she, you know, found herself shrinking because people saying, oh yeah, she a little rough around the edges, and she, you know, she quick to say this and say that. You know, I was quick to say what you wanted to say but didn't say. You know, they ask you a question and you give them the truth, and they get mad at the truth and they hold a grudge against you because you gave them truth. Then you look better going than you do coming. That's the way I look at it. And see, it's something that happened because that's not the way I was back then when I was in the world. So why did I change? Why did I shrink myself to fit into other people's opinion about Rhonda? And so that was a question that I had to ask myself, but I didn't ask myself until I got with the right community of people, and I got to give it to my coach. Shout out to my coach, Jordan Williams. You a bad man. Can I tell you? I thank God for you. I thank God for genuine people. My leader, Pastor Cheryl Bray. I thank God for all people that speak truth out, even if it makes you mad, it makes you dog mad to where you feel like you want to growl and don't bite. Okay, so my thing is this: when you around people that your music irritate them, but they want you to adapt to their music, which is manipulation, lying, not being their authentic self, they don't know how to be themselves, you know, that's not your problem, okay? Continue to be yourself, and we're going to keep making these videos because I want you to get it. Self-awareness is something else. You know, my oldest daughter, I got to give it to her. Shanique, girl, you a bad girl. Let me tell you something. And she got my children, they have the traits of me and their dad. And both of us together, man, we created something powerful in the spirit realm. And so, she would always tell me, Mama, you know, I just want just a little bit of you back, because this new version of you is letting people just walk all over you and say anything, and you know, da 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 da. And she was right all this time. You know, you putting up with things you know you don't have no business putting up with. You know, even you know that. You feel it because it's making you so sick. And anytime, you know, when you out of place, when you start having stomach problems, headaches all the time, losing your hair because you trying to keep from hurting the people that's hurting you. You trying to keep from saying the wrong things to the people that's doing all the wrong things, and you know they in error. You know the person that you with is a snake, like my mama say, a snake in the grass. But at the same time, you decide that I'm gonna deal with this snake for whatever reason. And so whatever that reason is, only you and God know. And at the time, only me and God knew. And God knew that He didn't give me certain things. He didn't put me in certain situations. I did. He didn't tell me to let people walk all over me. Rhonda did that back then. Okay, but can I tell you, Rhonda will walk on some broken glass before she accept any more craziness, before she would allow anybody to say or do. I always say this, and I'm going to keep saying this. If you really know me like you say you know me, and you know my heart, then those are the ones that'll rock with me. Those that really know my heart. But I'm not going to shrink myself just to keep you around. Okay, so on that note, stop shrinking yourself. Be your authentic self, whatever it may be. Be you. Let me say this. God is so amazing. I have 2 amazing sons, one that I gave birth to and one that was raised up around me since I believe he was like 2 when I met his dad. And he been around me even up until now. That's my boy. And I got 2 strong young men. I mean, hard-working men, and that's in my life. And my son that I gave birth to, just amazing man, and my 2 strong, powerful daughters. And anything that you have incubated and that you've nurtured, it's no way that you can't see yourself, the strength that's in you, in those children. You understand me? Even some of your weaknesses, maybe your heart, maybe you got a huge heart and you see that in them. You like, man, I just, but nevertheless, you tell your children why they're small. It's a lot of things I didn't know because I was young when I had my kids. Don't you dare shrink for nobody. Let me say this. If a person cannot accept you for who you are and you accepting them for all their little wickedness, that's not the right company. Even your family members, your frenemies, whatever it is. And my kids, they know this because they seen their mother. They have watched their mother endure some things. So they're not going to allow too much. They may let you do a little, they're not going to allow too much. And so I just give God the praise and the glory because I don't never want them to shrink. I don't never want my family, anybody that's connected to me. I don't want you to shrink. My spiritual daughters, I don't want you to shrink. I want you to continue to do what God is telling you to do. Okay? Greater is coming. Don't shrink.